Good morning. So, today's a good day. Today's a good day. Today is a work day. I'm going to be busy today working, doing all sorts of projects and getting things going that I need to get going. Um, so, yesterday where I was, was such a fun day. I feel like yesterday was like, well, I'll tell you about what happened yesterday. So, the day before yesterday in the evening, my twin invited me over to have to eat with him. He made some like it's a fish dish, but he made it with tofu and with seaweed, sea like seaweed, what you make sushi out of. Um, And so I went over, I was there for maybe like a half an hour, not for very long, and we ate and had a few minutes. And then he invited me to come yesterday with him. He was going to Tel Aviv to pick up, he does these ceramic pots for purifying water. And so we went and we picked up the pots and we took them to Tel Aviv to a store that he hands them out to, that he sells to or distributes to. And then we on the way back, it's about a 2 hour drive each way at least. And on the way back, we went to a spring, to a natural spring, and went diving for a little bit with our metal detectors. And we realized that we're going to have to come back there with like that breathing machine because it's a little bit deep. When you go down into the water, it's a little bit cold too. So you go down into the water, it's dark in the bottom. So we had our flashlights and there's no time because it's such a far dive down. You have to come so far up that there's no time to actually start. You find something and you start digging and you have to come straight back up for air. So we're going to go back with that breathing machine. And then we went to a place there in Betlehem Aglilit that does bow and arrows because he that's one of his hobbies is shooting bow and arrows. So we went there to the there's like a moadon. It's like a club, I guess you would say, for people that shoot bow and arrow. It's a really nice place, and I met the owner of the place, really nice guy. And so we went there and we walked around there for a little while, and ended up getting back. Must have been around 7:30 or so. So it was like a full day. In the morning, we took his son to school, and then we stopped by a stream and made coffee and had coffee. So it was like a full fun day. We started out before 7 and got back after 7. So it was like over half a day together. It was really fun. And a super fun day. I feel like, and this morning I was yeah, I need to get back and get my boys up for school and get them out to school. I really want to start getting up earlier so that I have more time, so that I have maybe an hour walk in the morning to connect with nature before, because I already did my meditation. I got up this morning. I woke up a few minutes to 6, but then went back, laid back down until my alarm went off at 6. And then by the time I did my meditation and did my morning stretches and exercise and all of that, it's already now probably around 10 to 7. So I really need to start getting back and get them up. So I just have a few minutes. So I'm really going to try to start my mornings out a little bit earlier so that I have more time in the morning to myself and to make a video in the morning before I start my day off. Because I know a lot of times this is the time um, if I want to make a video. I'm watching the birds. Those two birds that are in the entrance to my house this morning were out of their nests and up perching, looking out over into, I guess, into the world as for what they see from there. So that was the first time this morning that I've seen them out of their nest. So they must be flying already. So within a few days they're going to be gone. I'm going to clear that nest out of there. There's no reason to keep it there. Um, what I've been noticing is I want to talk a little bit about. I feel like ever since I quit smoking marijuana, it has to have been over a month now at least since that last episode when I had that total breakdown. And I feel like, and on some level, I feel like I'm reading less signs. I'm reading less into everything, and on another plane, I feel like I'm far more spiritual. Yeah, I talk more about things that are actually happening in my life, like telling about the physical things, telling about, okay, so we did this and we did that, and maybe a little bit less about all of the spiritual aspects, even though I do get that in there because I do live on that plane. Um, but I feel like, and I was having a conversation with a girlfriend yesterday about it, and that's why it's coming up, is that the ultimate spirituality is being able to connect the physical world with the higher realms, bringing them into one. Because this is the experience. The experience is in this body. That is the experience that we are having. And to master this experience, the physical experience with the spiritual experience, bringing the spirituality into the physical and mastering them both, combining them as one. And I've met a lot of people, since my divorce and since I've been on this spiritual quest, or I've met so many people that are enlightened, and they've come to this high spiritual place. But in the physical world, they don't have their body worked out. They don't have the physical worked out. They get up in the morning and sometimes they don't have food, but they're way up in these higher planes and in this supreme happiness. But it's on one level. It doesn't come down and meet them in the physical level. And I feel like when the ultimate spirituality is being able to have that high flying mode, but being able to bring it down and anchor it into the physical, to the world too, to where, I've met a lot of people that only have the physical world worked out, that they're constantly in their mind is constantly buzzing. They have everything, and I've been there too, and I've been there too. I've been in both of the places, and it's kind of like being able to take this high flying world, the world of the supreme, of the higher realms, and bring it down and anchor it into the ground, into um, making roots in this physical world and satisfying the body as well, so that you can have the ultimate experience that has both of them together, to where you can um, perpetually fly high, also having all of your needs met in the higher realms, and all of your needs met in the physical realm, and not having the constant, either nagging here or nagging there. Because when you're not satisfied spiritually and you have all the physical needs, the means that you want or need, and you have riches, and you're still not satisfied if you don't have the spiritual part of it, the aspect of it that you feel fulfilled, and you feel like you are fulfilling your purpose, or fulfilling your if you're watching my videos, you know exactly what I mean. Um, and on the other hand, uh, the people that I've met that are highly spiritual and way up in the higher levels, and just all the time up in la la land, but they can't bring it down. They also have that constant nagging of the physical world that's constantly coming up from underneath and like gnawing at them. And I know because I've lived both of them. So I feel like the ultimate spirituality is finding a way to combine the two, finding a way to have the constant. It's like an in between. It's like finding this perfect balance. And in order to find this perfect balance, you have to find the perfect balance within yourself, as a soul person. And that's where this dependency on this twin flame journey, that's where that's where, you can fall into the trap of having this codependency. And that's what also, because this twin flame journey is a spiritual journey, and it's the journey of the one soul, which is each one individual also. That's why the combination of coming together can be so intense, because the journey is to fulfill yourself. And when you try to latch onto the other one, in by nature, the other one tries to shake you, because it's shake you off. It's a spiritual journey. It's the journey of the one soul. It's the journey of the fulfillment. And codependency is not fulfillment. So each of us individually, including myself, I know, has to find the peace and the anger and the self-satisfaction and the self-dependency, and find the balance of being able to completely support myself, also emotionally, spiritually, on all physically, on all the different levels, and calm my all of my surroundings and my internal self. If I calm my internal self, all of my surroundings will calm. It's like a yin and yang. It's the yin and yang is everywhere. It's like that constant paradox, where you find the truth and the opposite of the truth to be true as well, and then you find the whole. So if I calm my outer settings, I will be calm, or if I calm myself, my outer settings will calm too. So it goes together naturally. It's easier to calm myself because I'm constantly with myself and I have control over myself. It's all I have control over, really. Or I can find peace with whatever is always around me, and then calm my inner self. So it's kind of like you have to do the work on both planes. You have to do the work internally and externally. It's just like Jesus said, uh, uh, what's above is also below. I don't know the exact saying, but what's within is also without, and what's above is also below. And it's finding that perfect harmony within and without, and finding that perfect harmony within a relationship and without the relationship. It's the constant finding peace. It's 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 finding peace in the physical world and in the spiritual realms. So I'm really happy with this quitting smoking marijuana. I feel like the marijuana takes you into a completely different dimension, and in that dimension, you can't ground anything because you're always up in this cloud. And in the cloud, it's a wonderful place. I'm not saying anything bad about the cloud. I love being in the cloud. You can figure out all sorts of things because it takes you out of your life to where you can look inwards, and it opens up all these different realms, and everything is intensified so you can see it very clearly. But when you're in that realm and you're constantly in let's say, abusing marijuana, you can't ground anything. You can have all these magnificent ideas and aha moments and wow and ooh and ah, but you can't bring anything into your physical world. And or you can, but it's very slow task. Being in this last year that I've been going back and forth in between smoking and not smoking. There's been a few times that I've had these complete offs with smoking. I've just noticed that my life catches like this wind. It just kind of starts moving. I start moving things. I start moving within myself. My I start growing during the times that I'm not smoking. It's just, I mean, all I have to do is look at, it's the test of the outcome, I guess. You know, smoking versus not smoking. When does my life move the most? When does my life start feeling like it's going backwards? There were a few years that I was smoking. I was just constantly in this cloud. And when I look back at it now with a clear mind, I can see that I was in a cloud. But when you're within the cloud, you don't see the cloud. So, and also now that I'm without the cloud, I can see others that I was hanging around with all the time that were in the cloud, and now I can see that they're in a cloud. I can see it clearly, It's amazing how you can see those things from when you remove yourself from them, then all of a sudden they become apparent. I really need to get back and get my boys off to school. So thank you for watching. This is a fun walk in the morning. Um, I'm going to start getting up earlier so I can do more, have more time. I'll just show you where I'm at, just because it's so pretty. I came out here to putting my cup down. So I live over there. The sun is coming up over there. Oh, the Sea of Galilee, the mountains. I can see that my camera must be a little bit. I was just sitting out here. It's an old rundown. There used to be a lot of farming here in this, like agriculture, in this settlement that I live now. Pretty much there's hardly anything. There's organic. Somebody grows here. Some people grow mangoes. They have fields mostly of mangoes, and here in these greenhouses, there's somebody that grows organic cucumbers in a couple of them, and the one that does grapes, and I think that's about it. Or got. One person grows got. Okay, so I'm going to end this here. Thank you for watching. Going to go get my boys out. Have a good day. It's a good day.